Hello friends, this is Karl, the host of Rudolf of Germany. It's almost the end of the year and I would like to address you once more. And while I was sitting quietly meditating, there came to my mind that we really did not thank Amy, the administrator of Rudolf of Germany, for her work which she has done over the years. Basically now, we're talking about 5 years. Amy is spending her time entirely in the duty and dedication for the cause of the tall white aliens. Right now she is in a prestigious school for goldsmithing here in Europe, which the story goes like this. As many of you might remember, Rudolf gave us, at about the time of the corona crisis, when the coronavirus was spreading around the world, he gave us an amulet, a symbol which we could put, like here, onto this amulet, as you can see. This symbol was meant to be a symbol of protection for the ones who are wearing it or having it close to their body, so they would not get ill or even die of the coronavirus. I instructed, or I asked Amy, who has the talent to make these amulets, to create some for our friends who follow this channel, the channel of Rudolf, the tall white alien. Amy agreed to it, and we bought the necessary equipment, the oven, the different colors and materials needed to create such amulets. And we made some of them in the beginning and showed them, and I hope that some of our best friends would be willing to order one. Now, order one means sure they have to pay for it, but paying for it would be just a small amount, in this case $90, for the work she did. Each one has to be fired several times, and it would take about, with cooling down and repainting and so on, it would take about 3 days of intensive work for Amy to create one of these amulets. So $90 would mean like probably about $30 a day for her work. That's a fact. That's the price, and that's about the amount of work she puts in. Naturally, she cannot and she could not. Over the years she made them, it was about 3 or more than 3 years, she made these amulets. She cannot work years and years for free. So she got a little bit out of it. It was like while she was here in Europe and before in the United States, she created them. She got a lot of joy out of it and a little bit of extra money, really not much. I expected in the beginning that only a handful of people would order such an amulet, which has the power of the tall white aliens in the form of this symbol in them. And I expected about 15, 20, maybe 30 people would order such an amulet for their protection, mainly from the coronavirus and also from the rays, the different rays which would be harmful to the human body also, and many other things, a protection in general. So I expected about 20, 30 people maybe would order such an amulet. And in the end, it turned out, I don't have the exact number, but it was more than 130. And we are surprised that so many people really ordered it. And most of them still have it and wear it. And I would say, as far as I am informed, none of the people got really seriously ill from the coronavirus, except the ones who got sick would let me know, write me, or make comments and say the amulet did not do its job. So I'm telling you this because I want to thank Amy for her work. I'm not telling you this because I want to sell amulets, because because of the work on these amulets and on this kind of jewelry, so to speak, took on an apprenticeship and school at the same time for 3.5 years to become a goldsmith, which she is doing right now, getting into finishing soon her 2nd year. She is every single day either in school or at work to become a goldsmith, a professional goldsmith with, after 3.5 years, getting from this prestigious school her certificate. The reason she goes to school is she started with these amulets and she wanted to perfect herself in the art of jewelry making and goldsmithing. Now you see here, by the way, I have this little silver ring which she gifted me, and we will in the future, not long from now, put the symbol of the tall white aliens inside, engraved inside. That will be the next step. She will give it to me, to herself one, and then in the future, not now, once she is done with all of this, we might even offer it to some very good friends of ours in the form of a ring or maybe a silver or gold amulet. But that might be in the future, maybe not. We don't know yet. I'm not making this video to offer you this because right now Amy does not have the time, even for another year or two, to make them. And once she's done with school, she might make some for us, for some very good friends, in the form of gold or silver. Maybe. I just made this video in order to remind you of the hard work Amy did in the dedication she has towards Rudolf and the tall white aliens and the people around us who are our friends, who she wanted to help. And in some cases, she even gave away these amulets free of charge, which means 3 days of work free of charge out of her heart. And I want to thank Amy for her work she did and remind you, whoever has one of these amulets, to keep it and treasure it and wear it every day for your protection, because there are times coming up right now which are very, very ugly and can be very, very dangerous for humans, animals on this planet. So I'm glad I have several of them, and I hope you cherish them and wear them. Karl.